Hello, bienvenidos a Panamá Mu en vivo con su anfitriona Janetta. How are you guys doing today? This lovely Sunday afternoon. Yes, here in Panama. So, as you know, this program is designed to inform, to converse, to share information, opinions, whatever you have on this platform. I want to encourage you to do that live while we on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm so happy to be live with you here from Panama Music Studios in Río Abajo. Estoy muy emocionada de estar aquí hoy con ustedes en vivo en los estudios de Panamá Music, aquí en Río Abajo. You know, when it's live, you can't adjust anything. So if I say something, my goodness, that's it. I cannot erase it because we're live. Some people don't like being live for that same reason because that's it. Whatever you say is out there. You cannot take it back. But guess what? This is a good practice, right? Just say what you mean and mean what you say. So, welcome. Today is August 17th, 2025. Yes, we're in the middle of August already. And I'm telling you, the days are flying. Okay, I'm already hearing Christmas carols in some of the supermarkets, like, for example, Reba Smith, they're already playing instrumental Christmas carols. So, ya estamos como ya en la mitad del año, ya se está escuchando lo que es canciones de la Navidad, navideñas, ¿verdad? En algunos supermercados, como en Reba Smith, que lo he escuchado en el de Costa del Este, no sé en otros lugares, pero sí he escuchado ya ese espíritu navideño, música instrumental en esto. So, listen guys, as I usually say, grab your cup of coffee, tea, juice, wine, you're in the afternoon, right? Whatever you're drinking, and join the conversation today. Agarran su taza de té, café, jugo, lo que estén tomando, ya estamos después de mediodía, ¿verdad? Y únanse a la conversación de hoy, que va a ser muy bonita. Espero su participación con sus sugerencias. Entonces, vamos a conversar. Bienvenidos. Hey guys, how was your week? I have some stuff here sliding off. I'm telling you, when we're live, and we don't have to control what's happening in the background, but oops, I hope that stays there. Apparently not. This over here. Maybe it's up here. Yep, this is better. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about the weather here in Panama. It's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Everything that I'm telling you is Fahrenheit. Precipitation 45%. Humidity 76%. Winds 5 miles per hour. Ahora mismo en Panamá 82 grados. Precipitaciones 45%. Humedad 76%. Vientos 5 millas por hora. Eso es lo que sentimos aquí en Panamá tropical. Un clima lluvioso, nublado ahora mismo. Es el clima aquí en la ciudad de Panamá. Guys, it's tropical here in Panama. Okay, it's really tropical, and it's raining season. You're gonna see, you know, um, a lot of rain in certain areas and floods. So if you are coming to Panama, prepare yourself for the rain. Bring your gear, your rain gear, and just have fun here in Panama. So, you know, how was your week? Before we start this conversation um, about sleepless nights, some people are experiencing sleepless nights, and you wonder what is going on. How do I control this? How serious it is? It could be serious. So I want to have that conversation with you briefly. But before, how was your week? How was your week? Tell me a little bit about it. Well, as you know, my week is always busy, 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 busy. People tell me, you're busy. I say, yes, I am. It's not because I want to, but there's a lot to do. There's always something to do, right? We all agree on that. There's always something to do. And but one of the things that we got to remind ourselves is to keep motivated. Tenemos que motivarnos. La vida continúa, ¿verdad? Yo siempre he estado ocupada, ¿verdad? Entonces, ¿cómo le fue en la semana? Cuéntenos, participen en esta linda conversación de cómo nos fue en la semana. Bueno, como le estaba comentando, yo siempre ando ocupada, siempre tengo algo que hacer. Estuve con mi mamá, de arriba para abajo, con ella, estuve en la casa limpiando, estuve cambiando focos, estuve haciendo muchas cosas, compras, eh, y haciendo unas investigaciones, leyendo sobre las leyes y cosas, ¿verdad? Em, ¿Qué más? He estado con los estudiantes, como siempre. El jueves fue la segunda semana con ellos. Me encantó porque estuvo el señor Humberto, que es entrenador de boxeo y también entrenador de artes marciales. Y le estaba comentando a los niños lo que es la disciplina, la importancia de la disciplina en combinación con el deporte. Así que me pareció fantástico, los niños estaban bien portados, estaban atentos, les encantó la charla, ¿verdad? Y bueno, me sorprendió que muchos de ellos quieren entrenar y quieren hacer muchas cosas, ¿no? Entonces, yo con el señor Humberto tengo planeado hacer ¿cómo se dice? Mashup de ideas para los niños. Así que eso está en los planes. Ojalá que en verdad podamos trabajar juntos en el interés del beneficio de los niños. So yes, last week, of course, I had the children. I was cleaning house and doing all this other stuff and helping my mom and changing light bulbs and doing cooking and laundry and shopping, grocery shopping. So yeah, I had a full week. Also in the mornings, I'm doing other stuff, working on my project that I have. But I want to put emphasis that Licenciado Humberto is a trainer in martial arts and boxing. So I had him here speaking with the children about the importance of discipline. He also spoke about his experience in the field, the competitions and the representing Panama um, in these sports. So it was really something rewarding because I really, really think that the children really enjoyed everything he had to say, and they are very interested. So I'm looking forward in collaborating with Humberto with some project, some type of project where it's a mashup, where we can come together for the good of the children in the community of Rio Abajo, specifically in 13th Street, Rio Abajo. So I am more than happy to having had him here and with him explaining all the wonderful things, his experiences, and who he is, and the accomplishments that he have acquired throughout the years. So that was fantastic, definitely fantastic. So that was my week, and also very important. My Uncle Crispin, ¿cómo estás, tío Crispin? Ahí está recuperándose en el hospital, ¿verdad? No voy a decir que es hospital porque no sé si quieres que mencione el hospital, pero se está recuperando, tuvo una cirugía exitosa. Así que esto fui a visitar al hospital, hablamos de mil cosas. Esto, tú sabes que es una hora de visita, yo estaba ahí 1 hora y media, casi 2 horas, 1 hora y 45 minutos, casi 2 horas. Y me alegro de verlo recuperándose y está ya positivo y se siente bien. Ahora es cuestión de tener mucho cuidado cuando se levanta y comienza a caminar. Pero ahora mismo está haciendo terapia porque fue en una parte de la pierna, le hicieron cirugía y está mucho mejor. Y bueno, le deseo lo mejor y una recuperación rápida, ¿verdad? Y pronta. Así que esos son mis deseos para mi tío, Crispin. So my uncle Crispin had a surgery on his leg, hip, leg, and he is doing just good, just fine right now. He is in therapy, so it takes days to do this. And he's recovering well. He was in a good spirit, so we had lots to talk about. And I overstayed my welcome visit. Ours is an hour. I was there like for an hour and 45 minutes, and we just chatting from one thing to the next. We took a picture, and so I am happy that he's doing well, and much speedy recovery to you, Crispin. I must say that. I mean, a lot of us have family members that are going through a lot, and some of us are not here in Panama or not around, not close by. We're in different countries, and those who are close should at least pay a visit, right? That's why I find it very important, and I do emphasis in um, family dynamics, family that must respect each other, family that must try to resolve things, family that must not make things, uh, difficult for others, keep our differences aside, um, zero violence, zero abuse, zero, uh, you know, um, this negative thing. I mean, for us to prosper in this world, we have to start with the family is very important. So I was happy that I was here in Panama to visit him. And so um, I am a very forgiving person, but also a person that have to take care of myself. I don't welcome abuse. I don't entertain abuse. I don't entertain narcissist behavior. I don't entertain people that are believing in narcissist, don't know the difference between a narcissist. So they are just as bad as the narcissist person. I don't believe in people putting other people down. So those are the things, whether you're family or not, I will not tolerate that. I'm not going to be entertaining that. Respect is that goes both ways. Okay, if you want respect, you got to give respect and so on and so on and so on. We all know the name of the game, okay? I don't need to go on. Entonces, es muy importante que las familias tengan una bonita relación y, por supuesto, entendiendo que el respeto es importante y mutuo. No, o sea, hay gente que te faltan el respeto en la familia, pero no quieren que les digas nada, ¿no? Entonces son gente que le gusta manipular. Entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado con eso en la familia, pero la familia es ¿cómo se dice? El núcleo de la familia es muy importante porque cuando suceden cosas como alguien está enfermo o necesitan apoyo, ahí es donde venimos las personas buenas, ¿verdad? Y separamos lo pasado. Pero también tenemos que cuidarnos. Esas personas buenas en la familia nos tenemos que cuidar mucho, 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 para no ser abusados, ¿verdad? Para no tolerar insultos. Así que tenemos que poner eso aparte y tenemos que entender que hay personas en la familia que nada más quieren hacer lo que le quieren hacer, le den la gana, pero está bien, pero aquí no. Si vas a hacer algo negativo y cosas, aquí no, conmigo no. Entonces, esa es la parte esa que les quería comentar, que nos fue bonito allá visitando a mi tío. Entonces, vamos a la sección de las noticias, porque mucho está pasando en Panamá, pero algunas cosas quiero compartir con ustedes que me llegó a mi celular a través de qué WhatsApp. People, a lot of things are happening here in Panama, but I always like to share a few things that fall into this cellular phone that I think is worth mentioning. Forgive me for those that I perhaps didn't have the time to download it on this platform because I have to download what you sent. So it's not like easy. I'm working with diverse platforms and I have to unify everything and have everything, remember everything, okay, because it's only me doing this behind the scenes. And so I'm doing it, and as I'm doing it, I'm learning to be better at it. And of course, um, when you are on live, you don't need much, okay? You don't need much. You don't need much. You just maybe need one more person, but you don't need a whole lot of things around you and expensive equipment to do what you're doing and what you love doing. So let's get into a little announcements about um, what's happening here in Panama. On my website, panamamule.com, you could find, let's see if I have it here. On my Panama Mule Live, panamamule.com website, you could find in the area that says seminars and events, you can find out what's happening in Panama. I have a link there. They'll link you up to um, a, 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 a web page that gives you everything, well, mostly everything, not everything, because I don't think we put everything that's going on here in Panama. That's what's happening in Panama as far as like arts, celebrations, activities that you want to engage in. Así que en mi página web, en la sección de seminarios y actividades, van a encontrar un link, ¿verdad? Que le va a llevar a las actividades que tenemos aquí en Panamá. So let's go and talk a little bit about what's going on and the information that I have received on my cellular phone. Well, as you know, last week I had the children here in my classroom, and I was telling them about there is Mr. Umberto talking to the children, and so yeah. So I was also before he got there, I said, you know what? Remember, people, I want to put emphasis about this. What I do aside from tutor and English, conversational English, I teach them their history and what was happening on August 15th, which was the day after they were with me. I asked them, what's happening on August 15th here in Panama? Some of them said Panama la Vieja, right? The year, the date that Panama was founded, right? So I said, and what else? And they didn't say what else. So I told them, remember the canal, official opening of the Panama Canal, the official day. Okay. And they didn't know that. So we went and I was telling them about Panama celebrated two events on the 15th. One was August 15th, 1519, when the Panama was founded. And the other one was August 15, 1914, when the SS Ancon ship went through the Panama Canal. So those 2 days were significant for me to mention. So that was the part of history that they needed to know. And on Thursday, it was a little bit of history, a little bit of pronunciation, and mostly the speaker Humberto that was there on that day. And as I said to you before, I really appreciate what he was doing. Así que yo tuve charlas con ellos anteriormente que llegara el licenciado Humberto para su charla. Yo estaba hablando de el 15 de agosto se celebran dos cosas, que fue la fundación de la ciudad de Panamá, el 15 de agosto de 1519, y el primer barco, o sea, se abrió oficialmente el canal de Panamá y el primer barco que fue el SS Ancon en 1914. Esas eran las dos fechas que le compartí con los niños y y muchas otras cosas más. Aquí, no sé, le voy a enseñar este pequeño video, lo voy a parar, si no creo que, no sé lo que voy a ver ahora mismo, pero eso es en el salón de clases que lo estaba tomando.
Jumping, please no swimming, please no running. ¿Ok? Deme un minuto. Marian.
Okay. So that was that was a brief.
Please no.
That was a brief intro or a brief video of what they were doing. And let me see if I have another one here. Yeah, a brief video of what I was doing on Thursday. So yeah, so on Friday there were two celebrations, as I said before. So those are the things that were happening here in Panama. A lot of activities on that day, and even on the weekend, even this weekend. So yeah, so we have a lot of okay. This is one that I think you would like, and I think that you should take advantage and go real quick, because I believe today is the last day, and it is a book fair. The book fair at the Atlapa. It ends today. It starts from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you want more information, call 390-4739. 390-4739 for more information. Miren, la Feria del Libro, la Feria Internacional del Libro, termina hoy. Comenzó a las 9 de la mañana y termina a las 9 de la tarde de la noche en el Atlapa, en el Centro de Convenciones Atlapa. Eso es lo que está sucediendo hoy en Panamá, aparte de muchísimas otras cosas. Sí, señores, como les cuento, seguimos. Aquí tenemos al buen amigo, aquí tenemos lo que es los combos nacionales homenaje. Ahí está la información. Lo voy a ver aquí en mi celular porque como mi pantalla es chiquita, no estoy usando mi tablet, perdón, mi iPad, que es de 12, más de 12 pulgadas, no estoy utilizando, pero estoy viendo por lo menos para ver, voy viendo poco a poco. Esto aquí, déjame ver dónde está. Aquí lo tengo para yo compartirlo con ustedes. Esto, em, si lo ven en la pantalla, perfecto, perfecto. Pero yo aquí mientras voy a estar mirando para ver, para poder leérselo. Se lo leí la semana pasada, pero lo voy a leer nuevamente, porque yo creo que es muy importante que las personas sepan todas las actividades que estamos haciendo aquí en Panamá, que se está efectuando aquí en Panamá. Ok, tenemos a los combos nacionales. A los combos nacionales, homenaje por Mario García. Espérate, para ver. Por Mario García Hudson, domingo 17 de agosto desde las 2:15 p.m. en el Centro de Convenciones La Clapa. Salón Shakira. Hoy, mi gente, hoy, en la Feria Internacional de los Libros también está Combo Nacional de Homenaje por Mario García Hudson. Ahí lo tienen. Mira que yo quería poner aquí, no la tengo acá, pensé que lo había puesto, obviamente no fue así. Entonces, también tenemos, okay, so that's one of the things that the groups that are here in Panama, they have, you might see two screens, people. I might split the screen, and I just want to do this because, oops, I might split the screen. You might see me, you might not see me, who knows? And I'm doing this because I would like to upload or put up there some information that I got on this phone for you to have. So, okay, so that's one information. Let me see the other one while I look up. Okay, look at this beautiful picture of the children last Thursday. Yeah, yeah, they wanted to have a. I usually have pictures of them to remind them, right? To remind them of the wonderful things that they are doing. So we also have the exposición of, let me see if I can put this. Yeah, there it is. This is at the Plaza Lefebvre, 75. This is in Rio Bajo. So yeah, so you are able to go today. You're able to go today and pay him a visit. Pay him a visit. Exposición Bazar en Lefebvre. Perdón, el 16 de agosto, sorry people, not today, it's the 16th and the 30th of August. And he is a well-known, he's into artwork. The Wu Collection. the wool collection people. So all these important things that we should be participating in and should be aware that is happening. Todas las cosas bonitas aquí en Panamá que está sucediendo, tenemos que conocerlas, porque son muchas, ¿verdad? Muchas actividades. Dan su soporte el 16, bueno, el 16 ya pasó, pero ya lo van a ver nuevamente el 30 de agosto. ¿De qué más tenemos? Un viaje visual. Este es el 25 de agosto, todavía tienen tiempo. Hora 4 p.m., Galería Manuel E. Amador. Exposición de los estudiantes del Instituto Superior Especializado de Artes y Folclore. Ercilla Ramos de Arbote de Agua Dulce. There you have it, people. There's so much going on. Visual, take a trip to Visual Art Exposition from students from the Specialized Superior Institute of Arts and Folklore. And that is on Monday, August 25th at 4 p.m. I'm telling you, there's so much going on here in Panama. So much going on in Panama that we need to be aware of it. All right, what else we have? This here, and I think this is glamour art, expression 60 plus 1. Gran Museo Ancon until December 31st from 12 to 8 p.m. This is in Casco Viejo at Building San Juan de Dios. Yep. Avenue B and 9th Street, first floor. Exposición 60 más 1 en el Museo dice de Ancón, edificio San Juan de Dios. Muchas cosas están pasando. Listen, you know, one of the things that people would keep talking about, and a lot of you listen, water. There was no water yesterday. They said it was going to start at 10 o'clock, so it started really late. And they said it was going to end at 6 a.m. this morning. But guess what? We still didn't have any water until like we started getting water like around 9:30ish, 10 o'clock. It all depends on where you are. But that's something that's been going on. So my advice to you, I'm taking this moment. Buy some wipes. Get some wipes, people. Get some wipes. You know, those scented wipes for your hands, for your body. They even sell the big ones. I don't know if they sell it here, but it's selling the big wipes for like really like hygiene type of stuff. Get those, people, because it's happening a lot in Panama. They always doing maintenance on the water, repairing something. Recently, it's been happening a lot. So I suggest you buy your wipes. If you can't get the big ones, buy the medium-sized ones that I usually have, and you keep them because every minute you turn around, there's no water in Panama. Another thing, of course, if you have your water tank, super duper. If you're in those condos that they have your water tank, super duper. But still, if it takes long, you will run out of water because those tanks are only like for 1 day, 2 days, not even 2 days, maybe 1 day if there's a lot of people on the bill. But remember, have some kind of barrel of water somewhere covered because we don't want the mosquito dengue business. So have it covered somewhere and have your water reserve because this is something common here in Panama. No water, no water. I'm going to tell you what's been going on. So that was the situation yesterday evening and early this morning up to like, depending on where you are, 9:30ish, 10 o'clock. Estoy haciendo una advertencia. Compren su white, ¿cómo se dice? Eso que vienen, esos pañuelitos húmedos que vienen en las bolsitas esas. Porque esos paños húmedos, porque en Panamá está sucediendo demasiado donde no hay agua para mantenimiento, para se rompió algo o tiene que reparar algo, quién sabe. Pero hay que tener sus pañuelitos humectantes. Hay unos que vienen, unos grandes, más grandes, ¿verdad? Para el aseo, ¿verdad? Es importante tener eso en la casa. También es importante tener un tanque de agua, si pueden comprarlo, si ya lo tienen, algunos edificios ya lo tienen, excelente, pero los administradores saben qué tienen que hacer, mantener esos tanques, hacerle limpieza. Así que eso es algo de lo que está pasando a menudo aquí en Panamá. Así que prepárense, ten su baldito de agua ahí en su casa, cómprase esos tanques de agua, esos plásticos que vienen por ahí, estén bien preparados para eso, porque está sucediendo bastante. No tuvimos agua anoche ni esta mañana. El agua regresó esta mañana. Habían advertido que iba a regresar a las 6. El agua regresó como a las 9:30 y más o menos, entre las 9:30 y 10, depende de dónde estás en Panamá. Pero no teníamos agua desde las 10, pero depende de estaba, a lo mejor no tenías agua desde las 11, 12 de la noche. Pero yo tenía agua a las 10 de la noche y tenía las 11 y dije, bueno, a lo mejor no se va el agua. Pero cuando me desperté no tenía agua. Me desperté como a las 5, 4, 5 y no había agua. Pero ya, gracias a Dios, tenemos agua en Panamá. Y esto nada más era en el área de la provincia de Panamá y en los sectores como Juan Díaz, Río Abajo, San Miguelito y otras partes del distrito de Panamá. El distrito de Panamá son otras áreas, ¿no? En el distrito de Panamá. Así que eso fue la experiencia también, el anuncio que le quería dejar. Antes de comenzar, ¿qué? La charla de hoy, que va a ser rapidito y bien bonito y va a ser informativo. So, I mean, you know, that was what's going on with the news. So we're going to jump into the conversation today. It's going to be quick. It's going to be brief, quick, sweet, nice, everything. But it's something that you need to pay attention. If you're not sleeping, I am going to show you a video that is going to tell you what you need to do and offer you some examples of what is taking place, okay? So let's get into our conversation today about sleep deprivation. Vamos a hablar sobre el problema que algunas personas tienen en dormir. Entremos en la conversación de hoy. Okay, I wanted to show you that video because I know that a lot of you don't pay much attention to uh, your lack of sleep. And you don't know that it had a lot. You're not aware. I don't say you don't know. You're not aware, or you forget that it has a lot to do with your daily functioning, with how you do things throughout the day, with your mental state, everything. If you don't have sleep, you cannot sit, you cannot focus, you cannot remember, you make mistakes, you're irritable, you even have certain conditions if it goes on for a long period of time. We're talking of things like um, high blood pressure. It would affect certain uh, the way your heart function. So these things you need to pay attention to, and that's why I thought it was very important to bring this to you. The importance of getting your sleep, the amount of sleep that you need in order to say, okay, my body can get up and move and do things that I usually do. Now, a lot of you, including myself, we sometimes entertain ourselves, whether it's reading something, an article, educational article on the cell phone, whether it's reading an ebook, whatever it is, whether filling out a form, we spend too much time on the electronic devices, and so we find ourselves struggling to sleep because it's like there's so much information on this device or on your iPad or on you and whatever you're using, tablet. Um, we tend to stay a long period of time. We overdo it, 3 hours straight, watching a movie or reading something or episodes of something, and we wonder why we cannot sleep. People, I'm telling you, you need to disconnect from these devices. That's number one. Number two, read a book, not this. Pick up a book, pick up a newspaper, pick up a magazine in paper, physical. Okay? Do that, and you will fall asleep. Will help you fall asleep. It will help you fall asleep. But if you eliminate these things, you need to know what exactly is causing your insomnia, what is causing you not to fall asleep easily. Okay, it could be worries on your job, something related to jobs, something that you are about to encounter, you don't want to encounter it. Your life situation. It could be financial situation. It could be guilt, many of these things. Okay, so you have to know when to seek professional advice to be able to sleep. You have to know when to seek professional advice. It could be an advisor, it could be your lawyer, anything that will resolve whatever is bothering you, right? It could be something medical, it could be something uh, that you can't deal with right now, you can't deal with the notion of it. And I'm telling you, life is funny. Just when you think that you can't deal with something, there's always a window. As long as you know the true meaning of life. Once you know the true meaning of life, you're set. You're all set. You have to accept life. We cannot change the cycle of life, right? We're born, we grow, we get old, and we die. We cannot change that. What we can change is the way we view life in the return, and we're expecting the return of a better understanding, which will at least make us feel a little bit more relaxed about life. You have to change your environment sometimes. Sometimes it's an external noise, not only internal. Internals are like physical things, like I said before. These are all internal, personal uh, uh, things that are preventing you from having a good night's sleep. We need to sleep. We need our hours. We need to put in the hours. We need to put in those hours. We think better, we make better decisions, and we have better relationships. We're not cranky, we're not aggressive. We don't forget things. Forgetting things in different places could mean you lose your purse, you lose credit card, you lose your glasses, you lose your cell phone. It will going to cost you more. So please get your sleep. And so I provided this video, detailed video of highlighting certain important facts that you need to know because I did my research. If you're not sleeping, find out what's preventing you from sleeping. Si no estás durmiendo, hay que investigar qué es lo que está sucediendo. Si es algo interno o externo, cosas internas tales como te estás preocupando porque no puedes pagar tu renta o no puedes o tienes un problema de salud o alguien te está molestando o en el trabajo, tienes que entregar un proyecto y no sabes cómo hablar con tu jefe, no te llevas bien con las personas en tu oficina, en la iglesia, en el trabajo. Tienes una lista de cosas, ¿verdad? ¿Por qué no puedes dormir? Pero mi gente, yo creo que a veces la mayor parte de este aparato electrónico, que estamos enfocados por horas viendo películas, viendo muchas cosas negativas, guerra, qué sé yo, películas malas. Pero podemos también cambiar eso y leer libros que tú puedes agarrar, tangibles, libros con papel, libros, revistas, cosas así que te van a ayudar a dormir, ¿verdad? Si quieres información antes de dormir, lee un periódico, una revista, un libro y así te puedes informar. Pero esto hace daño a los ojos, hace daño al cuerpo y en no dormir afecta lo que es la mente, afecta ciertos órganos como el corazón. Así que si tú piensas que tú has tratado todas las cosas, has tratado de dormir y no está funcionando las distintas técnicas que yo acabo de mencionar, hay que recurrir a su médico para ver cómo se puede resolver esto. También puede ser una situación de dinero, a lo mejor necesitas consejo financiero, a lo mejor necesitas consejo legal, puede ser cosas como esas, pero de todas maneras, yo le he ofrecido un video que es un poquito detallado de cosas que puedes hacer o cosas que debes de reconocer para que te ayude a dormir. Hay unos síntomas, yo quiero mencionar aquí rapidito, para reconocer si estás sintiendo esas cosas, ¿verdad? El insomnio, ¿verdad? El insomnio puede incluir lo siguiente: tener dificultades para conciliar el sueño a la noche, despertarse durante la noche, despertarse mucho antes de tiempo, sentirse cansado o con sueño durante el día, sentirse malhumorado, depresivo o ansioso, tener dificultades para presentar atención, acuérdense que yo le dije eso, manejando, también hay que poner atención manejando, concentrarse en las tareas o recordar, ¿verdad? A veces nos afecta nuestro pensamiento, nos estamos acordando las cosas, como le estaba contando en inglés, puede perder su cartera, sus anteojos, y le va a costar más porque tiene que reemplazar esas cosas. Cometer más errores o tener más accidentes, preocuparse constantemente por el sueño. Esas cosas tenemos que eliminar, ¿verdad? Si el insomnio afecta negativamente tus actividades durante el día, consulta a un médico o a otro profesional de atención primaria. Tu médico buscará la causa de tu problema para dormir y te ayudará a tratarlo. Si sospecha que podrías tener me pueden ver, yo sé que me pueden escuchar. Si sospecha tener un trastorno del sueño, el médico podría sugerir que vayas a dormir a un centro del sueño para que te hagan una evaluación especial. So if you think that you're suffering from insomnia, I mean, there's all these signs that you might be suffering from insomnia, lack of sleep, sleepless nights, right? If you have difficulty falling asleep at night, if you wake up throughout the night, and if you wake up before your time, I usually do that, like 3 because I can't, I mean, sorry, around 4 or 5 because I can't sleep after 4:30. And if you have just that you can't sleep after a certain time, is because maybe you're scheduled to go to work is early in the morning, and that's the reason why. And maybe you're no longer going to work or you're retired, but you still have that pattern of getting up 4:30 in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work, right? So that doesn't count. But if you have a combination of these things, if you like have a bad mood or depressed and you're anxious, um, you difficulty paying attention and focusing on the task and memorizing things, remembering things. If you're doing a lot of mistakes, making a lot of mistakes or accidents, if you're worrying too much about your sleep, then I think you should try to figure out what really is preventing you from sleeping. Preventing you from sleeping. It's very important to find that out. So I would say go to your physician, but before you go to your physician, try different things. And some of the things that you should do is, I said, read a book before go to bed. Read something that you like, something that inspires you, something that will help you fall asleep. Listen to soft music. Listen to maybe put on those baby channels. That used to put me to sleep. If you want to listen to uh, jazz, soft jazz. Let me see what else you could do. Listen to nature music. You could do flex yourself, or you could do exercise after work. Exercise after work. And please do not eat too much after 6. That could keep you up. Drinking coffee at night could keep you up. Drinking too much coffee during the day could keep you up. Some people just can't have coffee, will keep them up. So these are some of the tips that I'm sharing with you regarding number 1, recognize the signs of that you can't sleep. Number 2, what to do if you can't sleep, right? Find out what is bothering you. Find out whether it's a problem at work, whether it's financial problem, whether it's health problem, whatever it is, you need to find out what's causing your lack of sleep. It could be external, as I said, it could be trucks passing by your house. It could be the neighbor playing music when you want to go to sleep. It could be a constant noise in your house and you don't know where it's coming from. All these things could be pests in your house, something. All these things you need to investigate. What exactly is causing you not to sleep? Are you depressed? Are you worried about something that you shouldn't be worrying about? If you don't have any control over it, don't worry about it. Just pray. Remember prayer, people. Remember, pray. Acuérdense de rezar. Acuérdense de rezar. Mucha gente dice que no pueden dormir, entonces reza, pues. Reza. Reza. Y antes de dormir, después de que lleguen después del trabajo, caminar, hacer ejercicio, leer un libro bonito que te guste. Pero find out and eat foods that will make you sleep. Not eat foods that make you hyper. Sugar will make you hyper. Coffee will make you hyper. Believe it or not. También la dieta. Hay que saber la dieta, qué comer. Hay que saber qué comer, mi gente. What to eat. These are some of the foods that will help you sleep, and I list them there. Milk. Some people say that a hot cup of milk with nutmeg and honey puts them to sleep, knocks them out. They relax, their body relax. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Anybody knows? You could chat below the video and let me know. Because these things, um, we need to know what works for you. Maybe it works for other people. So if you want to share that, that'll be super duper, right? Super duper to do that. But I know a lot of people agree with me that they said milk. Milk of one of the things that boosts you to sleep. Oily fish like salmon, almonds, believe it or not. Chamomile tea. Now, with chamomile tea, you have to be careful what brand it is. The brand that works for me is Bigelow. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Bigelow. That brand works for me. I can't have any other brand. That brand works for me. Other brands is like it does the opposite, makes me feel funny, like my heart. I don't know, but I know Bigelow works good for me. So chamomile tea is the one to do, and they have all the pills and stuff. But I'm not recommending pills. I'm recommending natural stuff. Tart cherry juice. You could get the natural cherry in the supermarket. Kiwi, Greek yogurt, legumes, banana. These are all among things that will help you sleep. You know, some people say, hey, if I drink a glass of wine, it will help me sleep too. That is true. But depending if you overdrink, you don't want to be drunk. No, if you overdrink, that's not. I'm not recommending that. I'm talking about a nice glass of wine. You want to eliminate chocolate. You want to eliminate fatty food like heavy stomach, eating late at night, like one of the causes that um, prevents you from sleeping. Entonces, la leche, hay personas que toman la leche con miel y nuez moscada en la noche, lo calientan. Hot milk with nutmeg and honey. Y lo calientan y con la miel, el nuez moscada y la leche caliente y dicen que les sirve para dormir. La comida, esto, el té de manzanilla. Me gusta el té de manzanilla, depende de qué marca. Me gusta la de Bigelow, que es buenísima para mí. Las almendras, el guineo y todas esas cosas, el yogur, todas esas cosas que vemos ahí en la pantalla. Buenísimo para poder dormir. Ayuda con el sueño. Y eso es lo que necesitamos. Vuelvo y repito, pueden hacer ejercicio después del trabajo, eso ayuda. Leer un libro, eso ayuda. Musical suave, eso ayuda. Desconectarte de todo lo afuera, todos los... Meditación, muy importante, esa es otra. Meditación. Y entonces, si eso no funciona, vayan a su doctor para ver si le dan algo. No sé, no lo recomiendo, pero si no es lo que le estoy diciendo que es natural la vida, entonces pueden hacer eso. But people, we need to really, 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 really pay attention to what works and what we need to eliminate from our diet to make us have a good night's sleep. A lot of us have pain. Well, that's where you go to your doctor. A lot of us have certain psychological problems. That's where you go to your doctor. But if you're a person that is a workaholic and worry too much about things that you have no control over, I suggest that you that you at least apply these things that I'm giving you and see if it works. There's other things, that you could do that will really relax you. And that's a different topic. That's for somebody else. But whatever you think will help you sleep and it's healthy for you, do it. And you can share it with us if it's working for you. Massages are good too. Massages. Go to one of those spas, right? For those of you who don't believe in spas, trust me, spas, they work. Detoxing work too. Cleansing your body will get you a good night's sleep as well. Having a balanced diet, portion control will help you sleep at night. Eating foods that is good for your body will help you sleep at night. Yendo a un spa para masaje, eso ayuda bastante, bastante. Muchas personas no creen en el masaje, pero el masaje ayuda a relajar el cuerpo para personas que no saben cómo relajarse. Nunca han practicado, ¿verdad? La meditación, cómo relajarse, pero el masaje sirve y tiene su propósito y le aseguro que en realidad eso es parte de ayudarles a dormir mejor. Muy importante eso, muy importante eso. Y bueno, y algunos alimentos como le he mencionado ahí en la pantalla para que lo tengan. Y les voy nuevamente a enseñar el video que yo creo que deben de tomar notas, ¿verdad? Muy importante. Aquí le doy el video nuevamente. I'm going to show you the video again because I think this video says it all. And then I'm going to come back and show you one more chart, one more picture that I think will be helpful for you to understand sleep, okay, and your age. Sleep and in relation with your age. Lou Mena and Eric Ochega, thank you for watching me live on Facebook. I know a lot of you are out on Sunday, so while doing your thing, which you should. And so I just want to say hello. Lou is watching us from Kissimmee, Florida. Eric Francisco Carrillo Ortega, I don't know where you're watching me from, but hello, bienvenidos. No sé de dónde me está viendo Eric, pero sí sé que mi amigo Lo Mena me está viendo desde Kissimmee, Florida. Saludos y que tengan un bonito domingo, por supuesto. Miren, no puedo poner énfasis la importancia de obtener sus horas, ¿verdad? Sus horas. Esto no pude subir en la pantalla porque es cuestión de espacio de las horas que cada edad o cada categoría de edad, ¿no? Debemos obtener. Entonces, un niño, un bebé recién nacido debe tener 14 a 17 horas. Un bebé de 4 a 11 meses, de 12 a 15 horas. Un niño de 1 año a 2 añitos, 11 a 14 horas. Un niño de 3 a 5 años, 10 a 13 horas. Una persona, un niño de 6 a 13 años, 9 a 11 horas. Un joven de 14 a 17 años, 8 a 10 horas. Un adulto de 18 a 25 años, 7 a 9 horas. Y un adulto entre 26 a 64 años, de 7 a 9 horas. I'm telling you that I did not put this up there because I could not find it. But these are the age groups that you need to know the hours of sleep. So the newborn is between 0 to 3 months, 14 to 17 hours. Infant between 4 to 11 months, 12 to 15 hours. Toddler between 1 and 2 years, 11 to 14 hours. Preschool, 3 to 5 years, 10 to 13 hours. School age, 6 to 13 years, 9 to 11 hours. Teenager from 14 to 17 years, 8 to 10 hours. Young adult, between the ages of 18 and 25 years, 7 to 9 hours. Adult between ages 26 and 64 years old, 7 to 9 hours. Older adult, older than 65, 7 to 8 hours. So if you're older and you're between age 68, 65 and older, and you're only getting 3 hours of sleep, no good, no good. As a matter of fact, none of these groups are having 4, 6 hours. Everybody's 7 hours and above. So if you're not getting 7 hours and you continue getting 5 hours, you need to change your habit, your lifestyle, whatever is preventing you from getting yours at least 7 hours a day. You need to understand that you need to change certain things. It could be your diet, it could be your way of thinking, it could be your way of life. I don't know. You will consult that with your doctor. But you need your 7 hours. If you get in 6, but you need to get in your 7 hours. So if you have a day off or if you feeling sleeping, go home. And the sleep just hit you, go home. Drop everything, go home, sleep, and you will get your sleep. I guarantee you, do that. Some of us say, oh, no, we can't because we have this, we have that, but you have to do you. You have to do you. So I want to show you one more thing. I saw this and I thought it was interesting. Yo vi esto, unas reglas que dice 10 horas antes de dormir, no más cafeína. 3 horas antes de dormir, no más comida ni alcohol. 2 horas antes de dormir, No más trabajo, no trabajes en la cama, ¿ok? 1 hora antes de dormir o entrar a la cama para dormir, eh, hay que apagar todo lo que es eléctrico, todas las cosas, el celular, la computadora, la televisión, todo eso, apagar todo eso. And you see it right there. These are some of the rules that I think we should emphasize and practice. 10 hours before bed, no more caffeine. 10 hours before bedtime. That means could be in your break, 10 o'clock, your break. 10 o'clock in the morning, right? 10 hours before bed. That means breakfast time, no more. Or on your break, no more. No more caffeine 3 hours before bed. That means chocolate. No more food or alcohol 2 hours before bed. So you could have it with dinner at 6 o'clock. But when you go to bed at 8 o'clock, because you got to go to bed early to get up early in the morning, go to work. Okay. Some people eat late dinners, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whenever they get home, right? Traffic jam, whatever. 2 hours before bed, no more work. Can't be on that computer or on the phone talking about work 2 hours before bed. 1 hour before bed, no more screen. Shut off the phone, people. Shut off the phone. What about the me time? Me time is very important. So there you have it. That was my health section. I want to do more health stuff. I also want to get into inviting people to do health seminars about preparing food. It's so important for us to have discussions about that. Discussion about the future of the children in our community and what are we doing to prepare them for the future, whatever future that is. We just have to hope for the best and prepare for the worst, right? Hay que preparar a los niños para el futuro, ¿verdad? Tenemos que desear lo mejor, pero prepararnos para lo peor. Entonces, ahí les dejo esa información de dormir, tratar de dormir, ejercicio, leer libros, buena música, meditar, ir a un doctor si es necesario, si no puedo dormir. Acuérdense de tomar agua y hacer ejercicio, muy importante, ¿verdad? Y eliminar todas las cosas que son estresantes. Algunos de ustedes me están viendo en YouTube, aprecio su tiempo. Todo lo que me están viendo en YouTube, todas las semanas, se lo agradezco y aprecio que estén en comunicación conmigo. He creado esta plataforma para que puedan sanarse, para que puedan vivir una mejor calidad de vida, para yo formar parte de ese círculo de crear algo bonito, ¿verdad? Es muy importante porque así podemos vivir en este mundo bonito. Un mundo que es místico, no sabemos en realidad. Cada día aprendemos algo del mundo. Cada día aprendemos que sí existen otros seres en otros planetas. Cada día conocemos más de la realidad, de la historia, la verdadera historia de los seres humanos, de la vida. Así que, mientras tanto, eh, siguen comunicando, la comunicación abierta entre vecinos, entre amigos, entre familia y respetándolos, cada uno respetándonos, ¿verdad? Y dejar espacio para sanar, dejar espacio para sanar. No somos perfectos, yo no soy perfecta, pero yo trato de compartir algo bonito porque yo creo que el mundo debería ser así, sinceramente. Y a veces para que haya paz hay que tener un poquito de remolino, como se dice. Entonces, ahí les dejo. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate you spending some time with me this wonderful Sunday. I didn't think I was going to stay on for too long. I try to make my conversation with you, maybe the max an hour, because we have a lot to do, and the shorter, the sweeter, right? But in any case, whether I take long or not, this is necessary conversation. Other than the madness that's going on out there, this is a place for you to share your information and converse. You could rewind and watch the events that's going on here in Panama. And if you want to know exactly more of what's going on in Panama culturally at the national level, you could go to my website, panamanu.com, and under seminars and events, you could scroll down and see the section of what's happening in Panama. If you visit in Panama, that's it. So, gracias y hasta la próxima. Y acuérdense de creer en uno mismo. Les voy a poner el video antes de culminar. Y esto es todo por hoy. Thank you for watching. I'm going to play Believe in You. And before I do the other video, which is closing. And see you next time, next Sunday. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know I'll finally make it through the gates. Just have to wait. You whisper to me, there's no maybe. There's only time for dreams even greater. I hear the call, and I close my eyes to see even clearer. I see it all. I know that we can go higher if we keep our faith, if we keep our faith. Sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep believing in me. Say you'll believe in your